Okay, hello class.
Hello, class.
This is for Houghton, the famous scientist. Yeah. Okay. Alright, ready?
Yes.
Okay. First question. By the way, we're doing an interview. Okay. First question is, what field are you in?
I am a veterinarian, so I'm in the field of veterinary medicine.
Okay. Where were you born?
I was born here in Lakeland, Florida, at Lakeland Regional Medical Center.
When were you born?
July 12th, 1979.
Okay. What do you do to help the community?
So we do a lot of things to help the community. So one, our daily work. So every day we're working with people trying to help make their pets more healthy. And a big part of that is doing something simple like vaccines. And vaccines are a big part of a public health strategy. So take rabies vaccination. And every dog and cat in Polk County is supposed to be vaccinated for rabies. And so in doing that, we decreased the potential for people to be exposed to rabies. And so that's a pretty easy example of something that we do on a daily basis that directly affects the community.
Yeah, I just learned about rabies in our class last week. Yeah.
There was an outbreak last week over in Tampa. There were a couple different cases that were picked up in Tampa.
Okay. What inspired you to be veterinarian?
So I was inspired by growing up here. My dad was a veterinarian here and my whole life, and so I got to be able to be here from a very young age and kind of see the way that he was able to impact people's lives through caring for pets. And yeah, there wasn't anything that I ever thought I would do other than this.
So kind of what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Okay.
Being here and being able to see stuff and kind of get your hands dirty.
All right. What colleges did you go to?
So I went to college at Auburn University for undergrad. Went to veterinary school at a school in the Caribbean called St. George's University, and then did some postgraduate work at NC State.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
I have three kids. Adrian, who's, 6? Ellis, who's 3, and then James, who's 1.
All right. What if you, in 30 years, if you're still working here, what do you think this place would be like, or what would you do still?
I think so veterinary medicine is a field that's constantly changing, and it's one that 30 years ago we were barely scratching the surface on what we were able to do diagnostically, and 3 years ago we didn't have a lot of the medicines that we use today. And so my guess is that 30 years from now, we will be able to do quite a bit more with technology as it evolves and with medications as they become more sophisticated.
So do you guys think maybe in 30 years you might have some way to kind of help cure cancer for dogs and cats?
So yeah, and what's funny about veterinary medicine is that a lot of the therapies that are used in people come out of veterinary medicine. So right now there is a melanoma vaccine that's used in animals. It's licensed for use in animals, and it's just becoming used in people to some degree. So that's one that's certainly on the forefront. It's more of a vaccination style, using the immune system to go after a type of cancer, and it's available for animals right now and has reasonable success rate and is starting to be used in people.
Okay, just a quick question. This isn't on my list, but can dogs get diabetes?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just talking with a lady about a dog who she thought might have diabetes. So we certainly see that. And they go on insulin just like any person would as well.
All right, next question. Okay, I found it. What did you do growing up as a kid? Oh, well, you kind of already answered that, but
Yeah, growing up as a kid. But no, so I was here. I went to Scott Lake Elementary and then Lakeland Highlands Middle, and then I went to George Jenkins High School. And I did a lot of sports. I played ice hockey and did a lot of wakeboarding and that sort of stuff.
Okay. What is the most common meds that you give a day?
most common medications that we give would probably be, again, vaccinations. So that's one that people don't typically think of as a medication, but it is. And so we certainly do a lot of vaccinations. And then we use antibiotics a lot. And so we see dogs that have infections, skin infections, or urinary tract infections, or any of those sort of things. So antibiotics a lot.
Okay. What do you how do you study a lot in like cancer and like how to stop it?
So here, not as a primary research facility, but it's certainly something that we're having to continually learn about. And so in animals that we see a lot of the same types of tumors and cancers that you'll see in people. And so it's something that we constantly have to keep on the forefront of what we're learning about. And that's another thing about this job, is that it's not something that you become and then you're done. You're constantly learning and constantly learning new things, and constantly trying to relearn things that you might have forgotten a long time ago.
Okay. Okay, how close are you to like stopping a certain type of disease? Like any.
So things that we're getting in front of, so skin allergies have often, or for a long time, been a very difficult thing for people to deal with their pets, because there just haven't been really any great medications for stopping allergies in dogs that are allergic to things like grasses or pollens or whatever else. And in the last year or two, there's been a medication that's come out called Apoquel, which has been really good at being able to control a lot of the clinical signs that we see associated with allergic skin disease in dogs. And in the past few months, there's an even newer medication that has come out that is really pretty cool, because it's almost like an allergy vaccine. And so it's a medication that you give as an injection every month to 2 months, and it pretty well stops allergic skin disease in dogs. And so that's one where we've had a really frustrating disease for a long period of time, and we used to give them all sorts of medications like steroids, which dogs don't do well on, and instead of having to go towards doing that all the time, now we have other medications with much less side effects, and we can control that disease a whole lot better.
Okay, have you found
personally found and named a disease?
Yeah.
No, I haven't ever found and named a disease.
Okay.
That doesn't happen very often, and I don't know when the last time there was a new disease that was found. So it's not something that's really popping up all the time.
Okay. And then do you have any other hobbies besides your research program?
Yeah, so I love fishing. I love being able to play with my kids, and I enjoy cooking, and probably fishing is my favorite, getting out on a boat. Yeah.
All right, well, that was my last question, so.
Again.
Bye.